Um, would you say that we are in the most uncertain time that we've ever been in? Probably so. And that's corroborated by BART chart. They put out a full chart over the last 100 years, and we are at the highest point of uncertainty. When people are uncertain, what do they do with their money? They hoard it. They put it in their sofa or their mattress or their refrigerator. They keep it out of the banks. They don't know what to do with it. They just know that they need their money. And so they don't circulate it. They stop spending. They stop consuming. They're concerned about the future. They don't know what's going to happen. They can't plan for things. So when humans are in that position, they halt and don't move. So what does that do to money? Well, it's what's causing the liquidity crisis right now. Money is locked up or held by people, and they are not moving it through the economy. There's not enough demand for certain goods and services, and so therefore the jobs start to fall off because businesses don't make enough money. And then when they need more money, they try to go to the bank and borrow from them, and the bank won't lend it to them because they're now their cash flows are down, and they're also tightening lending standards. So they go to the private credit market and they pay super high interest rates, and then they start to default on the private credit that they borrowed because the economy hasn't recovered yet. And then you get this dark spiral that happens. So, but if you had a way to cause money to move faster across the economy and bring back assurance that people can make plans and give them confidence to start consuming and drive consumer demand again, then all of that fixes itself. It's a positive feedback loop instead of a negative feedback loop. And that's what XRP does. It will start to cause money to move faster through the economy. It will allow people liquidity when they need it to be able to bridge gaps until we start to see the growth in GDP and demand happen again. And it'll pull us out of this situation by rebalancing balance sheets with a much higher price so that there's not as significant as a debt burden. If you needed more debt, you could borrow against the XRP because I think it'll be a tier one asset to be able to refinance your debt at lower interest rates than what you're currently paying. It does so many things to be able to fix the economy that we're currently in. Right now, we are in a debt spiral, and we need to move to an asset-backed, like positive feedback loop that'll continue to grow on itself. So, inflation is made up by two components: M2 money supply, how much money is moving through an economy, and the velocity of money, or how fast that money is moving through the economy. So, like, let's say you lived in New York. I'll just give you like a tangible example of this. Live in New York. When I was there last time, I went outside and went to one of the hot dog stands, and I got a hot dog. Okay, I gave $1 to the hot dog guy. The hot dog guy closes his shop, and then he needs a ride to his house because it starts raining there in New York. Now, if he is saving his money and he's hoarding it, he's just going to walk home in the rain. He's not going to pay that cab driver. He's not going to pay that Uber driver. He's going to like stick that money in his jacket, throw his hood on, and walk, 10 blocks or whatever it is to his house. But if he's feeling, jolly, like everything's good and that he's going to have more money tomorrow and things aren't tight, he's going to call that Uber driver. And he's going to give that Uber driver some money. And then that Uber driver is going to go eat after he gets off work, and he's going to eat at a diner. Now, if that Uber driver feels like he can't spend that money because he doesn't know if he's going to get money tomorrow, he's not going to go eat at that diner. He's going to keep that money. And so this is the situation we find ourselves in when the economy starts to take a downturn and people don't have assurances or confidence that they're going to be able to make more money tomorrow. They start hoarding that money and they don't spend it in the economy, and it slows everything else down. Like I said, it's a negative feedback loop that starts happening, but just because of consumer behavior. So if money's moving faster through the economy, payments are settling faster, people are getting paid faster, they're going to be spending that money faster also, and it helps everybody else out, stimulate the economy.